The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sliding slow, sunset on the screen. CNS Travel, Eddie Lugo on the scene. Chat lights up, we loading up the stream. Passport open, big plans, big dreams. From shorelines out to the studio glow, we dive in together, let the live feed flow. We go deep and we're seeing this. Ride that way, feel that progress. Eddie Lugo in the groove, CNS. YouTube grow when we vibe like this, yeah. Deep and with CNS, hit that like, let the doubt get rinsed. Every trip, every tip, that twist. YouTube grow when we vibe like this.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Ron, appreciate you being here.
Oh, I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Even though you are tearing up my equipment while you're here. I mean,
I just asked.
yeah. So if anything don't work tonight right, it's Ron's fault. We'll put hashtag
Well,
Ron's fault.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got a couple people joining in so far. So let's see. We got Josie Ann. Hey, Josie Ann. We got Danny D. Hey, Danny.
Denzel.
Let's see. Whoop. We got Liz.
Hey, Liz.
You doing good, Liz? Let's see here. Everybody saying hey. We got Scott. Hey, Scott. Appreciate you being here.
God.
Everybody saying hey to each other back and forth. Got Lori Barber. Hey, Lori. Appreciate you being here. I'm still waiting on a phone call from your friend there. I hadn't heard nothing from them yet, but that's all right. They'll call when they're ready. So, all right. Let's see, everybody caught up right quick. Everybody just coming in. Ooh. So how you been doing today, Ron?
Man, like I said, it's a Monday on a Tuesday. Did really good. Come home and Miss Darlene had me breakfast for supper cooked.
Okay.
Man, you as country as I am, having breakfast for dinner is all right with me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can eat breakfast anytime.
Yep.
Anytime. That's always good food. It don't matter. You know, I think if you go on and include the pancakes or waffles or anything like that, I think it's better when it's at supper than it is at breakfast.
Yeah, because I'm winding down now. In a normal breakfast, I would be useless the rest of the day.
Yeah. Scotty J, whoop, whoop, working and twerking. Yeah.
Scotty J, just be careful now.
Be careful with the twerking. You might hit the wrong button in there and tell everybody some bad secrets across the radio. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. That'll be good. Let's see. All right. Everybody's just saying hey. Well, Ron, it's been a little bit since I've had you. Everything's worked out where you can be up here again. I won't say it, somewhere around 6-7 months, probably the last time you were up here. So it's been a little while.
Yeah.
So, Liz is stuffing with pizza right now. All
Liz,
right.
do y'all eat pizza more than one time a week? Because that's pretty cool. I could do that.
Well, you know, they got that they got their own pizza oven out back. I mean, so that, you know, they fix them right there. You know, they got the whole oven and everything.
We actually had a discussion at work yesterday about a pizza oven. Would we really use it? And I
Mhm.
thought, why wouldn't we? Maybe a birthday gift.
Yeah. Liz said this body is built for pizza, built by pizza.
That's okay. Mine's a biscuit, so I'm good with that.
Well, biscuits, crust, it all works out there. But see, for everybody that is not, if you were a member on Carnival Cruise Addicts, you'd see the pizza oven they had and the pizzas they make and all that kind of stuff. So anybody who's not, going over there and you can see all about the pizza oven and how they do them, and you'll make you want to call Domino's, and it ain't no ways as good.
Lori just finished fried chicken.
Oh yeah.
When I got older and went to my doctor, and I said, "Look, you can tell me whatever you want to. You can't tell me not to have sweet tea, fried chicken, and biscuits. Those are the three things that are off limits."
Dan says that means Eddie's body is built by butter rolls. Well,
Butter roll.
not tonight. Tonight is built by ribs. I don't know if y'all seen the picture or not, but Eddie's down at Ryan's, and he had 2 huge slabs of ribs that they were getting ready to dive into. So that's where Eddie's at tonight. He's down there gnawing them bones. Look like somebody put in the comments on them that it looked like they got them from the Flintstones. Them big. So if they've already finished eating, they're passed out. That how when you like after Thanksgiving, you sit down and you snore. So that's
you
what
hit that lazy boy and you're gone.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Well, Ron, since it's been a little while, I was going to ask you about what you found that's worked for you, that hadn't worked for you, that you don't know if it's working or not, or what got you to where you are now. I know if I remember right, the last time you were on is when y'all were making a big family decision about if y'all were going to continue to have a channel.
Yep.
Luckily and fortunately for us, y'all decided that y'all wanted to hang around a while longer and kept the channel going and have grown. So that's kind of where we'll lead in from to start with some of the questions, and where you from then to kind of where you are now. I guess to start with, what would you say has been your biggest win on YouTube so far?
Biggest win on YouTube. Oddly enough, it goes against what we had talked about in the basement, was the majority of my shorts that we created all reached over 1,200.
Right.
Had a couple of them extend into 3,000. I think that was my biggest win. Would it be my biggest short win? And then we reached 100,000 views, I think in August or September.
Right.
We reached 100,000 views.
That's good.
And somebody said, you know who Tuber Chad is.
Yeah, Kevin.
And so he said that share your milestones because other people want to share with you.
Right.
And we had a creator friend that I said the same thing to. Hey, it may be small to you, but share it. And later on that week, I had to do the same thing.
Right.
It's not about the views for us. It's not about the likes and all that. It's a benchmark. It's a measuring tool. And so I shared it out, and I thought, you know what? That speaks volume, because you may want to know, hey, how's Ron doing? How's the fam doing? Is their content, where are they on their content journey? is it something that they're using their exit strategy? So yeah, we decided to share.
Right. Yeah, that was that's one thing, and I still, I guess I'll say, struggle with that part a little bit. You know, I've never been one to just like to go out there and say, "Well, I did this. Look what I'm doing." You know,
Yes.
But I got the same thing from Kevin and a few other people, and they said, "Well, you know, you've got to put it out there. You got to celebrate each little milestone, because it's going to take each little milestone to get a big one. You know, to get that big boulder, and you know, so be proud of what every step you make. You know, so I try to, anytime I get a new thing where I've got, you know, another 5,000-10,000 views, 25,000 views, whatever it is, you know, kind of put something out there with it, just putting it out there. You know, and it gets you a little bit of response, and you know, it shows that you're moving up. So, you know, even though it's only, say, 15,000 new views you post about, well, that somebody may see that and say, well, darn, they've got, you know, it was just last week, they got 15,000 in 3 or 4 days. What are they doing? Let me go look and see. So, you know, it all works out. But yeah, I've just never been one like that. My personality is just not that way. But I've got to start doing that a little bit.
And so when we sit around, and I say we, when Darlene and Daniel and we sit around, we bounce things off of each other. Daniel was riding with me this morning, and he came up with some great ideas, and I had him text it to me. And so through our journey, as you know, we run across people. We run across this community, and I've always said, if you're starting this journey and you're in this community, these people you see in the chat, reach out to them, ask them a question. There has not been a single one say, figure it out yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So we use the resources we have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, people in the chat, everybody in this community is just wonderful, willing to help, wanting to help. Everybody's wanting to see Ron improve, make better, and for Ron and Darlene and Daniel, everybody to enjoy it and enjoy it more. So that's what, you know, everybody just wants to give more in this community that we've somehow or another stumbled into.
Right. You are so right.
So let's see. Lori says she can't own a vessel that cooks bread products because we eat every day, all day.
We call that an oven where we come from, Lori.
Hey, Mitch, Cam fans here. Let's see. Anybody else? Everybody's talking back and forth. Let's see. Yep. But in case any of y'all missed it, I went ahead and pulled up the pictures of what they're doing down there. Look at them ribs.
Look at that.
And then that's the plate, what they got. Them ribs and beans and potatoes. And it ain't up there, but I guarantee you there's a roll somewhere around there.
If there's not, there should be, because I got to sop that up.
That's right. Nothing else, got some loaf bread around there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you talked about your biggest win. What's one thing that you tried that you don't think worked at all?
One of the things that we've tried that we haven't had as much success with, that we can see. I was not prepared for that.
Good, I got one.
Wow. What have we?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
so let me ask
Okay.
I'm going to answer this in a different way.
All right.
I wouldn't know what a failure is yet because of a trial basis. We had a friend that when we started out said basically what I just said.
All right.
It's a trial. Figure it out. It may not work. It may work. We were doing lives once a month. We weren't sure we were going to be committed to doing a weekly. Okay. This person said, look, just try it. If it doesn't work, you can always go back to once a month.
Right.
Seeing now, to me, that really wasn't a failure. It was a step. So I don't know that I have an appropriate answer for that question, Sherman.
Right.
Now I will think about it, but I want to
Well,
say I use the failures, what would be conceived a failure as a learning vessel, so
right.
that what what I did today may not work tomorrow, but
Right.
I know better tomorrow because I did it today.
Right. Right. Well, that's the way I look at some of the short, some of the long content videos you put out. You might think, man, these are gonna kill it. These are great, and then they don't get any views. They just sit there. So I would say, something like that is something that didn't work. But like you said, that's learning. So you can look at a video that you did that did work, that did get views, that did get plays, and say, okay, what's different between the two? And go back and tweak that other video, whether it's changing the title of it, the thumbnail, taking parts out, whatever.
Yep.
And send it back out, and it may do better that time. So, I agree that if it don't work, in this environment, it doesn't really mean it's dead.
Correct.
But you may be able to go back and revamp it and get more use out of it and improve it.
I agree with that.
Let's see. Just try it. Yep. First live after a few drinks, and here we are. Now,
So,
are you talking about on the YouTube or the drinking? Which one are you talking about? Here we are.
The answer to that is yes.
As long as people enjoy what you're putting out, we're happy. That's right.
And so, Chris, if I read that statement, how does Chris know they enjoy it? I feel the answer is obvious. Ours is everybody loves that. Everybody loves that acknowledgement, that instant gratification of, hey, look, I got 100 views. Everybody enjoys that. That is that benchmark. I just did that. That is that benchmark tool that I use. That's the catalyst so that I can read into, all right, so this video didn't do well. Why? What happened? I look at the analytics and I go back, and what you have highlighted right there to me is 10 times more valuable than what YouTube will say.
Right.
It didn't make because of this. If anybody ever said anything, hey, this content didn't make it, and this could be the reason why. To me, that's a human interaction, and it is right there. It tells you in black and white, this is what I saw. Sherman, this is what you see. It didn't work. Right. Fine. That is that feedback that we look for. So
right. And that's I left it highlighted because I agree. And that's a hard thing for a lot of people to do. Is say, hey Ron, hey Sherman, that really wasn't good. That really didn't go over that good.
Yep.
But I would actually really appreciate that, because then I can say, okay, cool. Let me tweak it a little bit. Let me change it and see, how does this, is this better? Does this go over better? So that, because if, I used to tell my staff when I was at work, I was supposed to hold them accountable. I expected them to hold me accountable.
Absolutely.
Because if I was doing something wrong or not doing something I should have been, if they don't tell me, I don't know.
Right.
So, you need feedback, even though sometimes it may not be great and good, but it's still constructive and able to help you. So,
right. Yeah.
The fidget worm.
Lori, so over the holidays, one of the grandkids got a hold of it and I caught it in their mouth. So it's been put up ever since the holidays. I haven't cleaned it. So yeah.
Yeah.
We
Chris, we don't stay on track as much. we get on the track to start the show, and most of the times we'll get back on it to end it. But in between, who knows where we're going to go? I mean, I never get through all the questions that I come up with to ask people and talk about, and we'll go off somewhere else. But let's see, I have no idea what works other than informative is good. Entertainment, yeah. Informative videos do much better than regular vlogs. All right.
And you know what? When I want to know about gaming on a cruise ship,
Right.
I know who to go to. I've even asked them questions about, hey, what about this? And as a matter of fact, these two actually helped us develop a series that we were doing based on their knowledge, because we just don't know.
Yeah. Well, in February 27, they're probably going to think I'm a stalker trying to find for them to see how they do things.
That is going to be unreal.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be pandemonium at its finest.
Right. Let's see. Hanging out Taekwondo, watching. Okay, cool. Let's see. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. You can't fix what you don't know. Yep. It's going with everything in life. Be kind, pointing out the bad. Yep, exactly right.
I would much rather Sherman come to me and say, hey, Ron, this video just didn't do it.
All right.
And to have a reason why, not just because I didn't like it. My taste may not be as exactly as yours, but this friend, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to call him out that way. As we were learning, our orientation would sometimes swap back and forth. Not knowing, I didn't think anything about it. And they said, hey, look, hey, Roxy, consider doing this, and explained why. And I thought, oh, I never thought about that. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I don't know.
Right. Exactly right. I mean, a lot of times when they tell you something like that, you're like, crap, why in the world didn't I think about it? Sometimes it's so simple, but we'll get on our own mind tracks and on looking at things and won't think about the other.
Yep.
All right. So let's see here. Well, I know this one won't stuff you, Ron, because we actually were talking about it backstage before the show. But the 2026, are you focused more on shorts or long form content right now?
Odd that you ask that. It is the Fam Adventures goals is to put out more content, not just more content, but what we think is quality content.
Hey, Vicky.
So that, hey, Miss Vicky, so that one, we're getting back out of our comfort zone. To be successful, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and so we are looking at doing more what we say long content, not 15, 30 seconds, more, 6 to 12 minutes type of videos that way.
All right. So, yeah, Zach made it in. Hey, Zach. Zach been lurking.
Welcome in, brother.
Been
Yeah,
lurking.
you got to keep an eye on him. He's him and Scotty J been lurking and twerking.
That's right. At least one of them. Like I told you, my plan right now for 2026 is get back consistent and have consistency and having a certain number of shorts every week along with a long content. But like we talked about before the show, my long content is going to be around the 10, 12-minute mark max now. I think anything over that, you're wasting time because you're not going. I don't think most of the time the content is going to hold them past that. I think their attention span is going to be done way before then. So if you can hold them 8 to 10 minutes, I think you're doing a phenomenal job with the way attention spans is nowadays. Let's see. Everybody just saying, hey. Let's see.
And we look at the things that we watch. How long do we sit into it? How vested are we? And we're doing our lives on an upcoming cruise, and we're doing the research now, and we find ourselves in the middle of a video, and it's like, okay, we're done, and it still has 15 minutes to go.
Right.
It's like, so
let's see. Let's see here.
Zach, that is your go-to. It just doesn't do it for me. I get that. I'm okay with that.
Let's see. Leah said they don't want to extend the yakety for 8 minutes. Yeah, I mean but yeah, like I said, you put a couple commercials in there, and that'll extend it out. That'll take it up for you.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, Danny, can't wait to meet you and Ron in person, and Darlene and Dan, everybody that's going to be there, and Helen. We see each other online, but we're going to be there in person. So,
Sherman, I did not realize you were coming to Helen.
Yep, we're going to be there. We're going to be there.
Did you heard me? Sherman and his wife's coming. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
man.
So long as nothing happens, we're gonna be there. So, yeah, Vic says she agrees about the 10 minutes. So yeah,
I think Vicky's gonna be in Helen with us as well.
Oh, okay, that'll be good. I think it's gonna be a pretty good crowd. A lot of people gonna be there. There's a lot of good. Hopefully, everybody be there, have a good time. We'll bounce ideas off each other and talk and get to know each other a little better than what we do seeing up here.
Yes, sir.
See here,
That's the one.
you need to pay attention to that one right there.
And I saw that. You jumped straight to that.
Vicky says she needs somebody to drive with her. Let's see, Roxy.
I thought you were picking up Angie.
When I went live, my last cruise, I got over 200 people there. I went live from YouTube studio. Okay, cool. Oh. Hey, Bill. No, where'd it go? There it went. Hey, Bill. Appreciate you coming
Mr.
in.
Bill, welcome in.
Oh, got See Me Travelers in. Go dead moving calls YouTube algorithm. We pull that live and videos no matter what, especially when it's being rewatched. Big dip area to play out. Okay, cool. Let's see.
Okay, so
half hour. So hard
see what he's saying now.
Hours. Yep. Yep.
Kurt, welcome in, by the way, sir.
Attention spans are shrinking and shrinking every day. And, I don't know how long will it be before there's not really any long content, they extend to shorts and reels and everything to 3 to 5 minutes. And, that's going to be kind of everything. I think, because that's what everybody looks at now. You put a short out and it don't take no time. You start getting views. I mean, they start climbing compared to a long content that you put out.
Right.
So,
yep.
Let's see.
And Kurt nailed it. About the time we get it all figured out, they're going to change it.
That's right.
We can already start to see, because they're taking their lives from horizontal to vertical. So
right.
that is a foreshadowing of what we could be looking at.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just like, here in StreamYard, you can stream both at the same time, yep. So horizontal and vertical. So see, shrinkage.
It's pretty cold.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Yeah, he froze there for a minute. He thought he drank that cold. That cup must be real cold, because a lot of times when he drinks it freezes.
So about that, I watched our live last night, and there's certain sections that it becomes pixelated, and we're not aware of it because we can't tell it. And we've got to figure that out. So I think that's a thing with us.
All right. Yeah, Kurt, I've started using that Opus, ever how you say it, clips too, and it does a good job. And most of the ones that I've used from it has done good with views. Of course, I'm only putting out the ones that it scores, 90s and 80s, but of course I'll tweak some of the hashtags and that kind of thing and tweak it around a little bit, but they seem to do good. And you're right. You just upload your video, the whole video, and it chops it up into your shorts and all for you. So with AI and everything else,
it is, Mitch.
It's easy. I think part of the way show it and scroll through them. Yeah.
I also found out today that vidIQ does that as well.
Makes will make the shorts out of the videos.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, I have that opinion in mind now. Using YouTube Studios, where you can do vertical and horizontal live at the same time. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Bill likes it too, uses it too. So that's good. That's good. Get caught up here. Let's see. Those clips now has something that you met. Yeah. I hadn't done the thumbnails and stuff with them. I kind of like doing that myself in camp.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. But so, all right, let's see here. Let me get back to my questions. I ain't let you off the hook yet. How often are you currently uploading videos now?
Okay, first off, I don't appreciate you calling me out like that. But we do what you do. We have a schedule. At the end of summer of 2025, we kind of hit a wall, and we ran out of content. I'm going to make excuses, so just know that. Coming out of summer,
Yeah, I was just asking you a question.
we ran out of content, and so part of our 2026 goal is that we get, like I said, the more content, which means we do more adventures. We get out and about, and we film it, and it is what it is. I love the editing aspect of it, but at some point, over editing is too much, and it's just out there. It is what it is, and we're gonna do that. Our goal is to have at least two full videos a month, and we want to have at least one short in between the two videos. So every other week we're looking to have a video out.
Right.
That's our goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it.
Zach, leave me alone.
I was gonna say I don't think it really matters is how many you put out in a month's time. Granted, maybe it does a little bit, but I think what mainly matters is the consistent. So once you get that schedule and you start putting them out, then you train us to know, okay, Ron's going to put a short out this Tuesday, and he's going to put out a long video next Tuesday or whatever the schedule is. But you train us to know that that's when you're going to do something, so we go to watch it. And that's why I say I don't know that it really makes a lot of difference is how many videos you put out. It's just that consistent pattern and schedule of doing it.
Yes, sir. Remember that question that you stumped me on the very first? Basically, I think that's it. Because we stopped a routine, we failed. And we actually saw a subscriber decline in the analytic part of it. You can actually tell where we stopped, and it dropped straight off. It worked out that way. We're learning from it, and that's the reason we set that goal that way.
Right. Look, look at what Zach's talking about you. He's saying that's very attainable for you.
Y'all, do not let this fool y'all, because Miss Jess walked in the room and told him to behave.
That's the way YouTube getting like every Wednesday, but I learned that people will fluctuate and expect certain days, some don't. Yeah. Well, I think one of the big things is if you can set up a schedule like that and get consistent is discipline ourselves to do it. Because like Kurt said, he needed some help because he's 4 cruises behind and this, that, and other. You know, I've got a bunch of videos and stuff waiting for me to do, making the long content too. And of course, I'm waiting on my computer that I've been waiting on since the end after Thanksgiving. But you know, if it don't hurry up, I'm gonna have to do something, I reckon. But I think if I get that schedule and I can actually, if you get that schedule, you can actually do them beforehand and just schedule them to come out, you know, down the road. And you'll make yourself have more discipline and make you more accountable, I guess.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Liz is set with her schedule.
And Chris, we've learned to expect that. We know for us, every Sunday at 4:00, y'all are coming on. We know this. Yeah, and then the Yakities on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So Jess has been in the room the whole time, and yes, he's been getting looks.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Oh, Shanster's fighting the flu.
Oh yeah. Shannon, you always got something going on. It's called all that cold weather up there. You need to be on a ship somewhere now where it's warm. Get out of that cold weather. You know, you don't get sick as much during the summer when it's warm, so it's got to be cold weather. So, let's see here. I'll get you another question. What's your 2026 YouTube goal? Subs, views, or consistency? Or something totally
for 2026, our main goal is consistency. We want that. We want that every 2-week video release.
Right.
So that what that does, that forces our hand to do something. We have a cruise coming up in April. So we've got to get between now and April filled in, and then, a good cruise. Some of us can't make it last 13 or 14 episodes. If we get 4 out of it, that'll be 2 months for us. Y'all are awesome, by the way. Liz, I would love to, but we don't get to go to very many casinos as much. She would watch those all day.
All day, every day.
We live in a wonderful state that doesn't have any. We have to go to Mississippi or New Orleans or someplace like that. So
yeah, we'd have to, if we stayed in state, we'd have to go to the mountains, to the Indian reservations. They've got casinos, but they got some in Virginia, which is actually closer than that if we went to any, but we don't do. We started doing a little bit on the ships, but so that's why we're gonna stalk Liz and Chris next year and figure out how to do it.
Yep.
So
Zach, golly, that's funny though. By the way, Zach, I'm good with that. That's hilarious.
Well, I might make sure
I think that's what we ought to do.
Send it to Eddie.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's Kurt. That's what I was talking about. Damn, well, that's closer than going all the way to Asheville from me.
I need to check on that.
Yeah. Let's see.
See, everybody else has a Siri or a Lexus. I have a Darlene. And she even tells me I'm number 1 too.
There you go. It feels like Ron's popular guy to make it on a Sherman show. Well, see, I figured Ron's a popular guy. That's why y'all were here watching the Sherman show.
I appreciate that. Dang. I like that.
So, well, here's what will make Ron happy.
So, Zach's story with Jess, he was picking on me one day, and Jess told him to stop picking on me. That one's hilarious.
Mitch telling her she can slap him at one last. Let's see. My Alexa's a total be out. She never listens. That's why I unplugged mine. It didn't ever listen.
I ain't gonna say that about my Darlene though.
Well, Ron, do you plan on niching down or broaden out a little bit, and why either one?
That is a great question. And this comes back to what are we wanting from our channel? My answer to that question, Sherman, is going to be totally different than anyone else because it's what we're wanting to get out of to this form of entertainment. Our goal is not to become monetized. Our goal is not to have 1,000 subscribers. Those are steps. Those are milestones. If they happen, that's great and wonderful. If they don't, my feelings will never be hurt. Our goal is not to be the most popular, or it's okay, we know, or the popular. Hold on, she's gonna be ill now. Sorry, we had somebody move and our next door neighbor. Shh. Everybody.
They're just saying that's what she saw. That's what I was saying. I'll let them know.
So one sets the other one off. I am so sorry. Okay. So we don't belong to a niche.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I think we belong to a little bit of all of them. We can't say that we will never do just this type. And hey, Coach, welcome in. I also don't think I don't think we'll be tied to a certain one.
Right.
You have yours, I have mine. Everybody has their own, and we're all of them. And so I don't see us shrinking down.
Right.
I don't see us broadening out much further either. I know Liz made a comment earlier about budgeting videos. There's actually a plan for that. It comes later on. We really, really enjoy doing those. Darlene and I would do that every other Saturday. We love that. And there is a niche for that, but I guess we like being a little bit in everything.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Miss Cheryl, welcome in. Thank you. So, I'm sorry about the dog.
They've been talking about Alexa. So, did your Alexa tell you it was time to come to the show? Well, with the niche, I think a lot of other channels and creators in here, have a niche of something, somewhat. Most of us is almost got a niche of like cruising. That's what most of us came for and started with. I think a lot of people have kind of expanded a little bit on that niche, still keeping cruising, but doing more of a travel. And so that can be a lot of other things included in there. It's like I got a idea, something new that we're going to try to do this year, but it'll probably be into March after Helen before we actually are able to start doing it. And so that's not going to be. It really won't be anything cruising, but it can be some traveling.
Right.
So little tidbit there for you to ponder on for a while, but so I think that's what a lot of people, and I think I think now you almost, unless it depends on the niche. I think Lee with the trains. Now I think he's got a niche that he needs to stay locked down on and focused on, because that's like nothing else. And
Right.
you got a following just for that. And so I think he needs to stay locked on with that and do that. I mean, he's going to attract other people like me that go and watch it and enjoy it, that don't do that, but we enjoy watching it, and he does a great job with what he does.
Yep.
But cruising, I think I think it needs to open up that niche and more of a travel and have a little different parts of it than just die hard, just cruising, just on a cruise ship and staying with that.
Yeah. And I think too, what do we want out of the channel? I wouldn't this is me. I don't think seeing Carnival Cruise addicts do go-kart racing would be in their wheelhouse. I'm not saying they couldn't do it or wouldn't do it, but their name alone, Carnival Cruise addicts.
Right.
That's what I expect. And if they want to go do dirt racing, I think it's great and wonderful. Would I watch it? Oh, yeah. And so that's where we are. Ours is adventures. What is an adventure? It's getting out and go and doing, and that's what we want. I guess that is our niche. It may just be a very, very big niche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
just like that.
Like Liz said, your channel name kind of dictates your niche. So, just like what you were saying, I don't see Liz and Chris doing a lot of MSC casino videos. They may do some, but I don't think they'll be doing a lot. So
Barry, welcome in, brother. I haven't seen you in a while.
So with that concept, I guess I would be safe with my idea, because it ain't what I'm going to start adding. I'm not replacing anything, adding a little something different. Is travel, but it's not cruise. And so since it's CNS Travel, I'm covered.
You're covered. Yeah. I love to cook, grill, and do that type of stuff.
Right.
Would I put it in with Duff Am Adventures? I don't know.
Hey, it's an adventure.
It is, and it is. That would be something that I'd be like, I'm stretching it, but it works for some people.
Yeah.
Cam Fam is one of them.
Yeah.
It flows smoothly with them.
I mean, look, all of us love to eat, so we're gonna watch.
That is so true. So true.
So I mean, we're gonna watch. That's one reason why we like cruising, is because of the food.
You were so not wrong there.
Let's see. I know you've done a few collaborations over the last several months. Do you think have the collaborations helped you grow your channel growth?
I'm going to say yes, because the reason I feel it helps our channel grow is the people that I collabed with, I may not have had that reach to them.
Right.
And
Right.
so 1 or 100, the fam got exposure to someone other than what we normally would. Does
Right.
our circle cross over? It absolutely does. Um, we just did a 20-week experiment. It literally started out as a, hey, I have an idea. You know about it,
Oh yeah.
because I was going to get you to join us. And it took off, and I didn't plan properly. And we finished up last week, and it was so much fun.
Right.
I've asked them. It was Zach Coker Culture and Ryan Parker, if we want to do it again next year, to give me feedback, what worked, what didn't. It literally was flying by the seat of our pants at times,
Right.
and some things I think worked better than others. Love the time with them. It got Daniel in front of other people. He was able to talk to people other than his friends. So
Right.
that was a lot of fun. The wives ended up in there. Miss Jess, Miss Mel, Miss Darlene, all ended up in there at times. Even Zach's son Chad was in there. And you're down here with us. It football is a lot, and we pick at each other, and it was fun. So much fun. But yeah, I think I think it really does help.
Oh yeah.
Cheryl was right. The right collaboration does matter.
Yeah, I think it does, and I think you're right, and part of that is because it brings other people start to see the family adventures that normally wouldn't see because they're following one of the other channels. I was watching Zach way before I was the Nerd Herd. So I wouldn't even have known nothing about that if it wasn't for Zach. And that's not necessarily the Nerd Herd is a collab, but just that crossover because of him doing his own channel and then advertising the Nerd Herd while he's in his own channel. So I think it just puts you out there in front of more people quicker and different audiences that get more people to start watching and following. So,
I agree.
You always start only Rons, but
no, he is a diamond member of, in fact. He asked for foot pics the other day.
Well, he said he was going to do something different. So,
oh wow,
yeah, that's right. It's Danny. It's funny how all of us wound up in this community, and I think all of us didn't come out and looking for that. This community, we just stumbled into it somehow. So it's kind of funny how we all wound up here. If we could all go back and remember how we got here. Let's see. Well, we're about out of time.
And it is really weird how they cross over.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see. Barry said I found no one here. Find Liz and Chris on a live stream one night. Crazy how many channels you meet watching. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Well, let me give you one more question for tonight. We're about at our hour mark, but let me see. I'm trying to decide which one I want to give you. Let's see. All right, we'll do this one. If you were starting your channel today, what would you do different? Or would you do anything different?
If I were starting my channel today, The things I would do differently would be probably narrowing down content. Not saying I would change it,
Right.
but I probably wouldn't be so broad if I had to change something.
Right.
I don't know that I would change it though.
Right.
We have had a blast since we started 2002. Has it been that long? I think it's been since 2002, 2003. I'm sorry, 2023.
Right.
Since we've done it. So it
Good
hasn't
night, Kurt.
always been this one. Hey, good night, Kurt. I'll send Marcia that text later. Eat my supper.
Oh. Hey, Em.
Hey, Em.
Appreciate you dropping in. But yeah, I think if I was starting today, I would put more content out and wouldn't worry about editing as much as I did in the beginning. I think the least editing you can do, the better the video is now. I think in the beginning we tried to make it a Star Wars production, and just messed it all up.
Yep.
But so I think I would do least editing and start being consistent sooner. Would be my things to change.
That's it.
Let's see.
Yeah, Mitch, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a slip.
Well, Ron, there's some people in the chat that hadn't been around the community that long. So I'm gonna throw a question to the chat and see how many people know who Barry Brains is. That was a channel back a few years ago.
Yeah.
And so I wonder how many people in the chat remember Barry Brains and where that channel went to. So
I would be curious to see that too.
Yeah. That's. I just had little ideas like that pop up every once in a while. Have a neuron fire off, and hey, here's an idea. It's kind of like the light bulb.
I had one in our live last night, and Darlene called me out on it.
Let's see. So whatever. All right.
I'm trying to think. Kurt would know. Lori knows. Yeah. Danny should know.
Yeah, I would think Danny would know.
Trying to think who else we've seen tonight.
Yeah. But that's another thing that is kind of funny and interesting at the number of newer people in our community that are supportive and come to the chats and come to the lives and watch the videos. There's just like Danny. I mean, there's Danny, and many others that we couldn't do and wouldn't do quite honestly if we didn't have those people come to the lives and in the chats and that kind of stuff, because they help make the show whether they realize it, admit it or not.
You're dead on. Dead on. So Sherman, do you have a brain?
I got a little something to rouse around. That's the only one I got. I don't have a trophy or nothing.
Okay. Because oddly enough, Barry used to keep up with that. And so somewhere in the paperwork, that list exists.
Right.
And I thought we had named most of them, but there may have been a couple because I never got a response.
Right.
No, that's the other Barry.
Yeah. That's the other Barry. That's the other Barry. So,
That's the other Barry. And so what is funny is this Barry that she's talking to or talking about came in alive where the other Barry was known. And when everybody started saying Barry, they kept correcting him. No, that's not him. That's not him. And we're like, no. Cruising Complete's name is Barry.
Yeah, I remember when Cruising Complete Barry first started coming around and coming to lives, and it was to start with it was a little confusing at times, like you said.
Coach Juliet, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, appreciate you being here. Why isn't it showing? All right. Well, Ron, we're over our hour mark, so I reckon we'll get out of here and let you go wash the dishes since Darlene cooked that wonderful breakfast for you for supper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I'm gonna let the dog lick him. Gonna put him in the dishwasher. Let the dog lick him. Put him in the dishwasher.
That's right. You got to pre-wash them.
Absolutely. And I would say it's a free dishwasher, but they eat too, so it's not free.
No. So, well, that all depends on how good you clean your plate to start with. Because if you don't clean it good, then they could eat a little more that way.
So I'm Southern, and we have a biscuit, and that biscuit's used for sopping.
All right.
If you don't know what sopping is, Google that one. That plate was clean.
Yeah. So, well, before we go, one more time for some of you that got here late, just so you're wondering where Eddie is. He's with Ryan Parker Studios eating ribs.
Man.
That's what they're doing tonight. Because they're getting on cruise in the morning.
I don't know which I'm more jealous of, the cruise or the ribs. Those looked really good.
Well, I should have. Maybe I'll send them a message, and they're going to be gone for a week. So if they got any of those ribs left over, they could ship them to us.
I agree.
So they don't go bad.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go. I think they're going to get them.
No. I can already tell you they're gonna say, "Oh no, we didn't put the leftovers in the freezer, so we'll have them when we get back."
When we get back,
Yeah,
we do absolutely.
That's right. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here, Ron. I really appreciate you being here, and we'll have to get back together before another 6 months has gone by. I mean, we'll be in
Absolutely.
Helen. Get up here and alive somewhere together, and for too long. So,
I appreciate you asking me to be on. I enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Maybe we can do a pop-up live in Helen. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, I bet between the 60 or so creators, we're gonna have a couple pop-ups.
Yep. So,
I know we're doing some.
All right. So we'll see how it goes. So, but I'm sure the opportunity will be there.
Have you ever been to Helen?
Nope, it'll be our first time going to Helen. First time.
Man.
I've watched you. I've watched you and Helen a couple times. I watched Eddie and Helen a couple times. I watched several others videos from Helen a couple times. Ryan's. So yeah, it's Dan said it's her first time. So,
Y'all are going to have a ball. It's as much fun without the group as it is with the group. And last year, the weather was just outstanding. It was cool in the evenings, night, morning, and then it was pleasant during the day. We didn't have rain this time. The year before, we did have a day of rain.
Right.
But it is so much. It's pretty. The town itself. One of our goals this year in Helen is to enjoy the town at night.
Right.
Enjoy it during the day, but after dinner on Saturday night, just walk around after dinner.
Right.
And with all of y'all that are going to be there too, there's going to be so many people that, we may actually have to sleep in Sunday just to recover.
Right.
It'll be so much fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Like I said, I'm looking forward to actually sitting down, meeting people, just like y'all, face to face, instead of on the computer. And I just think it's going to be great. And it looks like a real interesting town to start with, with everything that is there. So I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully the weather will be somewhat decent, and so we can get around and ain't a monsoon or something like that. But
right,
we'll deal with whatever it is.
Yes, sir.
It's about like going on a cruise. You just make the best of it.
What are you going to do? You're already there. So
that's right.
Yeah,
exactly right. So me and Eddie's going to race the roller coaster. I told him as long as I got in first to block the wind from him, we'd race. So
yeah, rethink that, because he'll be behind you. He may not know how to operate those brakes. So he's not here to defend himself. Sorry.
That's right. He's probably passed out from ribs.
He's in a food coma. Yeah.
So let's see. Next, I'll have my wheelchair too for walking long distance. But other than that, I can say, okay, cool.
And Danny, what we did is we park our car in the Hellendorf parking lot, and we don't move it all weekend. The year before, it rained. We walked to dinner Friday night. It rained Friday night, so I got the car, come and pick Darlene and Daniel up, and drove it back. No. But last year, it parked on a Thursday, and it stayed there till Sunday when we left.
Right. Yeah, it looked like from the videos what I seen, it looked like everything was actually right there around within walking distance for the most part from the Hellendorf. So,
yes, sir. And I do know if you haven't booked your rooms yet, don't wait any longer. A week or so ago, I got word that there were a few rooms available. So if you haven't booked them, you better be on it.
Yeah, we got ours, so got it nailed down probably a month ago. All right.
You don't have to tell me. Did you get it in the 700 building? That's the rowdy group.
Actually, I'm gonna have to look. I don't remember.
I'm just teasing. They're not. It's just there's a group that likes to stay in there, and I think last year they got the cops called on them twice. They weren't doing anything. They were out on the thing and just talking.
Right.
Denise, welcome in.
Oh,
I bet she's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can go, Denise. You can go.
I tried to talk her into it.
I mean, ain't nothing. Just go ahead and book it. Book it.
Book it. Roxanne knows about the party group. Yep.
No. Well, Roxanne probably, if you're talking about the 700 wing, she probably stays in room 700. So she's in charge of it.
She's in charge of it.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna do it this time, Ron. I said about 15 minutes ago we were getting out of here. So we're gonna get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Everybody have a good night. Appreciate y'all coming around. I'll be on the Cruise News Show tomorrow night, 8:00. Got a special reporter on with us tomorrow night for that also, because Rick is out floating around in a ship somewhere in the middle of the ocean. So he may or may not decide to pop in, but he's on a cruise. He'd probably be enjoying that instead of talking to us. But we got a special reporter taking his place. So we're going, like normal, we're going to talk about something. We'll do a little bit of news, a little bit of cruising, and a little bit of what everybody else wants to talk about.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see everybody. Appreciate y'all coming in. Everybody have a good night.
Have a good evening. Thanks.
Yes. Yeah.